PA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Green Bay Packers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On first down. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferkser. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Garoppolo now. Out right to Bourne. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 5. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow to complete.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Off play action, Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Fields steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. But I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Mike, check, 59, 59. Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And the Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Got 21.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it all. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be brought back to the 22. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On play action, now Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Fields. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
From the 29, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, Fields throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This is Cobb with a catch right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They snap it to Fields. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Going up top for Kupp. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Christian McCaffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, it's Fields. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Out across midfield down to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Heck of a play there by Olivier Vernon to get upfield and bring him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 28-yard line.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is born. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by John Johnson. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Fields. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards remain for second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Hill. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0.
Here we go, here we go.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning.